In this episode of Occult Unmasked, we're going to be talking about Poppy, the YouTube star with many creepy, awesome videos on YouTube. I'm a fan of those videos. I thought they're pretty funny, pretty cool. Directed by Titanic Sinclair. He's a creative guy. Is he a cult leader? Is Poppy a cult leader? Is Poppy's cult serious or is it a joke? Well, I went to a Poppy concert to investigate. And this is what happened. I thank you for watching. So I went to go see Poppy on October 27th, 2017. Here's Titanic holding a cup of Kool-Aid, an interesting way to start the show. Obviously mimicking, mocking a type of Catholic, where you drink the wine from the priest. In some black magic circles, this is considered a form of chaos magic, taking a sacred thing from another religion and reversing it or mocking it for a magical effect. But in this case, I would say Titanic is likely innocent of attempting to purposely do some type of magical spell. It's more of him just messing around. He's a very satirical, sarcastic guy, and it's the type of thing he would do for fun as a joke. But that being said, it doesn't mean there isn't some cosmic negative karma associated with performing such an act. Communion. It's pretty blasphemous, let's face it, but these two don't care too much about church. They care more about having that persona of a cult, having that image of a cult. Now, just because they're drinking Kool-Aid and mimicking, mocking, communion, it doesn't mean that they're evil. I had to go to the thing live to even find out how they considered their cult, but let's just take a look. Here's Titanic drinking from the cup he fed to Poppy. He takes a second drink because, he's really thirsty. And then he kind of slips up and breaks character, but he does it as subtle as he can to make sure nobody sees. He says, "I love you" to Poppy. And he's really boosting her up. "I love you." He's pointing right at her. This is his motivation. This is probably her first major venue in Los Angeles as the star. Whether or not Titanic and Poppy are a couple is unknown, but this video suggests they are a couple, or that Titanic wishes they were a couple. So it's really hard to say. Maybe he says "I love you" to every bandmate, but I've never seen him show such affection. He's famously like an emo type depressed guy who is so depressed he made a video.
Sometimes I get very sad.
I think it's cool that he supports her and even gives her that motivational speech before the show starts. And here is the show. It was a fun show because I got to see the virtual character known as Poppy. So is the Poppy phenomenon, fan base, an actual cult? Yes, they do mimic a Christian sacrament at the beginning of the show, started by Titanic, but, I think this is just jokingly done in satire, like everything that Titanic does. And I did get a feel, and I got to see the proof for myself, that most definitely it is not an actual cult. can see, Poppy is grateful to God that she has the ability to sing for her fans, who she does call her glorious cult of Poppy. But it's not malicious, it's not an actual cult, but it almost does show how easy it would be to create a cult in these modern times. You just start a pop group and bam, you can have cult members. Now I guarantee you most of them there, I got the vibe. It was a regular concert. The merchandise booth had regular merchandise. They weren't selling the gospel of Poppy. They weren't pushing any religion, even a fake religion. They were simply selling t-shirts and pins. And it was like any other concert I'd ever been to, a small venue, an up-and-coming band, and that's what Poppy is. But she has a lot of heart and soul, and I considered it a fun concert. So in my opinion, there's nothing nefarious going on, there's no cult going on, there's no occult activity going on, even though they do represent and definitely rep that eye, that Illuminati eye, the eye of providence, or the eye of the devil, or the good eye, or the evil eye. The Illuminati eye is definitely a symbol you will see all over pop culture. They just grabbed it and used it for their purposes. I don't think they're using it for any negative reasons. I went to the Poppy concert initially because I'm into weird stuff like comedy that's abstract and off the wall like Andy Kaufman, and I'm into crazy art, ultra modern art that doesn't fit the mold of most galleries today or most exhibits, and Poppy perfectly fits that weird, creepy, alternative just mindset in her creepy viral YouTube videos, which are targeted towards anyone on YouTube. There were mostly 20-year-olds at the concert, fans of her YouTube videos. There were some 30-year-olds, a few older people, and then there was maybe 10% parents with their kids. And this is where I have to start with the album review. See, I'm a fan of the YouTube viral videos, which are creepy with ambient music made by Titanic Sinclair. And then we have the bubblegum pop album, Poppy.Computer. It literally has nothing to do with the creepy viral videos on YouTube. The Poppy.Computer album is a million miles away from the creepy ambient viral videos on YouTube. And so I'm not the biggest fan of the album. I can force myself to say there's 3 songs that I like. I like the acoustic guitar song, Bleach Blonde a Baby. Chorus is really good, and maybe like Upgrade or something like that is a good one. It's not the type of music I would normally listen to. It's the most bubblegum pop, targeted to little kids, or targeted to maybe Japan. In J-pop, that is a similar sound, or in Korea, K-pop. I'm a fan of albums that are mixed and produced professionally with rich tones and layered really nicely. I didn't hear that in the Poppy.Computer album. I'm not an engineer in the music industry by any means, but I do master my own songs occasionally, ones that I really work on. I hope Poppy's next album will be more ambient and cool like the Titanic Sinclair music on the viral YouTube videos. Maybe a Tyler the Creator type background with less hip-hop, but more just that ambient vibe, and maybe a Crystal Castles vibe with some type of synth, electro, something cool. And I think it will do better, and hopefully it's mastered and produced a little bit better as well. So I look forward to more Poppy content, more content from Titanic. I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus with Occult Unmasked. Be seen.